Well, welcome to Sky Blue Fans TV, and it's the busy Christmas period, and already it's taken its toll as Miles has had to go and do some Christmas shopping. He's running out of days, Kenny's working, but with me tonight are Vicky and Jack, and we'll be chatting about the upcoming fixture actually against Southampton, and general club stuff. We've also got a competition. Now, remember to like and subscribe, hit the like button, and also drop in a comment, and tonight Jack will read them out. Right then, let's get the team in, shall we? Let's not waste any time. Good evening, Victoria.
Good evening, Claudio.
Good
You
evening.
all right?
Yeah, not too bad actually. It's a bit wet out there, isn't it? So
it is,
glad to be indoors.
Yeah.
And of course, we have Jack.
Evening.
Good evening, Jack. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, all right. Excited for Saturday.
Oh, you sound a bit quieter than normal. You turn your volume down.
Oh, not on purpose. Maybe someone else is fed up with me talking.
And how are we both feeling? We're still top of the league. I had a look earlier. We're still there, and it's rather nice, isn't it, to keep reminding yourselves where we are at the minute.
It's great. It's brilliant. I'm just I've been because obviously I've been doing this annual this like advent calendar thing throughout December of like past matches, and when you look back and then you compare to where we are now, it's like you can't help but just be excited and happy, really, can you? I think it's just amazing where we've got to, and it's just something to enjoy.
Well, it is. I mean, I recorded the history podcast with Jim Brown yesterday with Ken Sharp, who was along with Mal Brannigan and Paul Fletcher, were basically running the club, and Ken had a lot to do with the build of the CBS arena as well. And they launched the Operation Premiership, as it was called back then, the 3-year plan to get promoted. And I said, well, 20 years on, it looks like it might happen. But for those who want to know, go and listen to it, because it's interesting, and you can see why we didn't do what we should have been doing, and how, well, just the fact that we didn't get to the stadium, the most important thing that the club needed, and all the obstacles in their way, and they couldn't get hold of it. So it's interesting. Yes, Jack, you're looking forward to Saturday because we've got the Southampton. You're going down, I believe. I'm not, because I'm banned still. Vicky, you going?
No, I couldn't make this one, unfortunately. Too near to Christmas with stuff on.
But actually, before we do that, should we do guess the player? Because Miles has done a competition for us, and
yeah, hopefully it's a tricky one.
They are
tricky one. So just work it out. Who's a penguin and who's a Christmas tree? Get your comments in. I assume it's a mug, as always, that you'll win. Is that right, Claudio?
Yeah, it's a mug or a night out with Ken. So
your choice, dealer's choice. There you go. Get your answers in the comments.
Yeah, so Southampton away, and let's talk about this, because you've got a graphic, haven't you, of away form and home form. And I think this surprised me when you showed me that Southampton's home form isn't that great, is it?
Yeah, I just did a bit of Googling. This is not my graphic. I'm not going to try and take credit for this. Don't you worry. Obviously, the team that are top of the league are top of both the home and away table. We're not going to, we all know where we are. It's fantastic. But Southampton are 11th in the home form. Now, they have only played 10 games as opposed to some of teams have played 11. But we've only played 10 games at home. We've got 26 points. Southampton find themselves only on 18 points at home, 5 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. So they're hard to beat, but they don't necessarily win all their games. Whereas away from home, we've got a very, very similar record to their home record. So statistically, it's looking like a draw maybe on this. What do you guys make of the home and away form?
Well, I think it's interesting because, let's face it, for years our away form hasn't been great, has it? I mean, Vicky's been putting those things on Facebook, the little, what are they called, vignettes? What they call those little videos of the advent calendar. And yeah, I mean, some of our performances away from home over the years haven't been great. I mean, you know a different kind of Coventry City to the one me and Vicky were brought up on. If you get your back on the screen again, 'cause it feels really weird. I'm talking to a load of graphics. So Vicky, it is unusual for us, isn't it, to have such a good away form, and it's not just this season either. It's last 2 or 3 seasons.
That's it. I mean, like you said, historically, you went away from home more with hope than any real belief. I mean, I was so traumatized from that season when we didn't win a single away game, and I kept on going thinking it'll happen, and it never did. And whereas now you really, now you really go away from home believing that you can get a result, and that's really been a shift in the last few years. And
unless you're on the bus, Claudio.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, interestingly, the away game, the last game of the season, is at Watford, and that's the game we couldn't win when they were relegated. In that season where we didn't win an away game, we lost 1-0, which about summed Coventry City up. So apparently they play with 3 at the back. So Vicky, do you think that's going to cause us any problems with the way we play?
3 at the back? No, not necessarily. I think assuming it'll be a similar lineup to last week, I think actually, in the fact that it's slightly contrasted, it probably gives some of our players some space to find, doesn't it? So I'm not particularly bothered about that, I don't think.
All right, you, Jack?
Yeah, I don't think Bristol and Preston exactly kept us out, did they? I mean, I know we only scored 1 goal against each of them, and the Preston goal was a complete fluke, but it wasn't from lack of trying. We had shots galore. Keeper got man of the match in the Preston game. There were plenty of shots just off target. So, you know, I don't think a back 3 is a specific cause of problem for us, because we've proven over the last couple of weeks even that we can break these teams down with no problem. We are top of the league. You know, we're going to find ways. We're the highest chance creators, I think, in the league. We've scored hundreds of goals under Frank Lampard, literally. So I came across this the other day. Ephraim Mason Clark's winner against Bristol was our 100th goal in all competitions under Frank Lampard. So we have literally scored 100 goals under Frank Lampard in 50 games, I think it is. So back 3, back 4, back 10, I don't care. We'll probably score. Some teams do play a back 10 against us, and we will find a way of breaking it down. And also, sorry to jump ahead on our graphics here, but the referee on Saturday, I don't know if anyone's aware of this. Is a referee called Adam Hercheg. Probably mispronounced that, but we'll go with that. He refereed our 5-0 victory at Sheffield Wednesday and our 7-1 victory at home against QPR. So he loves just letting us score for fun. Let's hope for another one of those coming up.
That'd be excellent, wouldn't it?
Told you, we'll just score.
I mean, Southampton have been, it's a shame we couldn't get hold of a Southampton fan, but what I've seen is really weird, because they do create a lot of chances. They've been absolutely awful in front of goal this season, which is probably why they are where they are at the minute. But even against Norwich, Adam Armstrong missed a penalty, which is something he doesn't do very often. Vicky, Adam Armstrong against our 2 central defenders, that could be quite tricky, couldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's weird because of all the teams in the league, Southampton have got some of the players attack-wise that I'd actually like, but they don't seem to be obviously in the same form that they have been previously. And you'd like to think on form, we'd be able to manage that. I think. I think that look at someone like Bobby Thomas. He could do a job on Armstrong, I reckon.
It's really weird because they went up via the playoffs, didn't they? Against Leeds. It was against Leeds, wasn't it? When Leeds were expected to win, and they nicked it basically, didn't they? And it's a bit similar to what Sunderland did to Sheffield United last season, but Sunderland made a hell of a job of it so far in the Premier League, whereas Southampton were absolutely terrible last season, weren't they? They just they really, really struggled. So it'd be interesting, Jack. I mean, looking at the form, I can't see us going with anything different to what if everyone's fit, I think it'll be the same 11. I don't know what you guys think from last Saturday.
Yeah, I don't see why you'd change that. Rushworth's, the only goalkeeper that we could play. The back 4, we've shown as soon as we change that, we don't win the game. Torp and Grimes in midfield. Radoni is the only possible one I'd say might be rested given how thick and fast these fixtures are coming. But considering we've had a week break, Radoni should start. It's going to be the sort of Swansea game. He's going to be rested or rotated onto the bench for if we do that. So yeah, if we've got a fit 11, it's the same 11, isn't it? Simply, it's Frank's favourite starting 11, and it's going to be what he goes with, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, I can't see him changing it. And I think he's going to play his strongest team for as much as he can. Well, the team that he, in his eyes, is our strongest team. Because I know as fans, and no doubt people will disagree with some of the selections. But I think that's Frank's favoured 11. So
I think it pretty much is our strongest 11, isn't it, as well? I think
yes.
you can have little chats about players. I think the chats are probably more about form, aren't they? Than I think in form, that is our best starting 11. Like you could talk about whether Sims is in better form than Royce, and you can talk about whether Radoni is fully match fit yet, and things like that. But other than that, that is our starting 11. You'd want to be picking week in, week out if they're all fit and fully on it. And so I don't suppose. And we've seen that Frank won't make many changes from that. If he can pick that team, he'll pick that team.
Yeah, and I think with Wright up top, if he does what he does Saturday, I'll be happy with that as long as he scores because he created a couple of chances off his own back. You know, he spun the defender. You know, they're the sort of things we need on Saturday when you're playing. If they've got three at the back, you know, you got to be alert. You got to be quick on your feet, be able to turn your defender, get behind them. And I think you're right, Vicky. That you mentioned about the space in midfield. That could do as well with the guys down the flanks. I'd hate to see us back off too deep. That's my only worry with a team that plays with three at the back and you got five across the middle. Basically, if they push up high and stop us getting forward, that's where it becomes basically a bit like the last 20 minutes against Preston and I think we played at the weekend now. It's gone out of my head.
Bristol.
Bristol, sorry, yeah. Thinking fast, I can't remember who we're playing now. What you don't want is that last 20 minutes being for about 70% of the game, because then we're going to struggle. So we've got to get at them as well, I think. But we do, don't we? 4-3-3, we normally have a go. So I can't see why we wouldn't have a go. That's what Ipswich said, didn't they? Their fans were saying it's great to see some team finally get a team here that has a go, only for us obviously to lose. But we did have chances in that game as well.
Yeah.
Jack, should we do some comments before you get swamped?
Yeah, why not? I will just say, I know you were saying that the upturn in away form is a recent couple of years things, and that's what I've seen. I'm just looking at my personal stats of games I've been to. So I've done 91 away games, 29 wins, 26 draws, 36 losses. And the goal difference on all of those games combined is -4 with only 19 clean sheets. So actually, my away form and record isn't exactly the best either. It's just the last couple of years it's really picked up.
I can guarantee, Jack. How many games is that?
91 away games.
How many wins?
29.
I reckon I'd have seen about 12. 15 max. And a lot of those draws would have been defeats as well. But I think it was back in the day. I think that's what used to happen. Teams used to win a lot of home games and didn't do so well away from home. And the ones that did do well away from home ended up winning the league or in Europe because they'd amassed enough points. Because when we got into Europe back in 1970, I think we won 10 or 11 matches away from home, which at the time was, I don't think we've got anywhere near that since in the top flight. But yes, comments.
Yes, Salop CCFC says, good day, ye merry gentlemen and women folk of the Sky Blue Shire. Wish we were playing in Sky Blue Sat. Don't like this navy kit. It has the air of the dreaded white voodoo kit. Well, we won't know yet until we've at least played in it. Players may get lost in the background with that navy kit on Saturday, says Paul Cuttiford. A few evening alls. Rich T says, looking forward to Saturday. Merry Christmas to all the contributors to this excellent podcast, which has added new enjoyment this year when following the mighty Sky Blues. Well, thank you, Rich. Ian Small says, hot coral. I hate dark kits. Awful for peripheral vision. We can't really wear the hot coral, can we? Because they wear red and white. So I don't think that's on the cards. Happy Christmas, says Mark Packman. Let's hope it's a good one with lots of sky blue wins starting at Southampton. Evening, folks, says Ralph Wiggins. It's a big match this Saturday, but it would be brilliant to achieve it. Lots of guesses on the competition that we've got going. I'm convinced. Thanks, Vicky. I'm convinced we can get something at Southampton. We will be going up. Well, there you go. God bless Project Premiership, the reason why there are a handful of random padded seats. Is it me or has the atmosphere gone flat over the last few weeks, home and away? Nerves?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Sobriety at the last game maybe helps.
Yeah, I think we always starts well, and then I've said this before. No stadium stays alive for 90 minutes in this country. It's not like you're going to Argentina and River Plate and places like that where they're just barming, it's rocking. You know.
I know why the away support's dropped a little bit. I haven't actually been in a few games. Last away game I did was Stoke, so that's why it's been a bit naff since then. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Dan says, I'm not looking at Saints being 11th in the home table. They've won the last 4 and scored 12. A draw is a great result on Saturday. Yes, that is correct. They've scored 3 goals in each of their last 4 home games.
Well, yeah, these runs come to an end. That's why Coventry's turning up.
City could get some joy from crosses on Saturday, but they must improve the quality as they've been a bit dodgy. If Cov win, then I believe we can do it. Second half of the season should be easier. Should.
Yeah. So what Miles said on
with a draw.
That's what Miles said on the. We're talking on the phone. He said, "If we win Saturday, surely we're going up."
You have to draw a line under the first Will Still to now. They are a different side. That is true. I wonder what their stats are pre and post. That would be interesting.
It's interesting because he was getting bigged up by a lot of people. He's the football manager guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he was doing it in France in the Mickey Mouse League, really. It's a bit different when you're doing it over here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to see City win away. Hey, hopefully we sing that. Adam Armstrong is a proven championship goal scorer, so much so they loan him out when they yo-yo back up. I bet Frank goes 3 at the back to start. Ooh, don't know, because you want Milan running after Adam Armstrong as opposed to Bobby and Kitchen Wolf, maybe. Saturday's going to be very tough, says Wayne Littlewood. Armstrong is key and such a handful. Happily take a draw. I think I agree. Ian Court says, hi, guys. Great show. Happy with a draw. Tomorrow? Oh, has the game been brought forward? I keep getting ahead of myself. I thought it was Friday all day as well, to be fair. Great podcast, Claudio. Another eye-opener on behind the scenes with the council.
I tell you what, Cov Council do not come out well at all in these podcasts. Yeah.
I've always thought that was going to be the case. Interesting.
Sorry, Vicky.
I was going to say, at the time, I always had feelings like that, and so it's interesting to see exactly what was going on.
Yeah, it's should never got involved.
Sean McLaughlin says, sorry, guys, this one worries me. Park the bus, hit and run, whatever, whenever, wherever. We're meant to be together. Is that Shakira's song? I think we should go 3 at the back, says Paul Stratton. They have very mobile forwards. They could stretch and play through us. We'll need to get back on it this week. Press and compete. Salop says that Wizzy Wheel's going to be big tonight, Vicky. A lot of people confident in the answers. I'll be honest, I don't think there's been an incorrect answer so far from me glancing. So,
Dawn said, "Can we put it back up as well?" Because she missed it. So when
we'll pop it back up. We'll pop it back up. Hercheg, I'm going to call him Hercheg or Hedgehog, whichever, is key to our goal. What a referee! Yeah, there you go, Dan. Saints last 4 games: 3-1, 3-0, 3-1, 3-2. So they are susceptible at conceding.
Yeah, who they played though? They're all below us.
Wednesdays. They're all below us. If we play as well as we can, we will win. We just need to be on it from the off. I believe that.
We don't need to be desperate to go and get the win. That's the key here. We can surely. I know Frank and the coaching staff. They'll know that we don't have to go hell for leather to get a victory. You just got to be very sort of careful, basically, and not throw caution to the wind. There's absolutely no reason to. And I think if we let them have the ball, it might do us a favour, and we play on the break.
Away from home. Good tactic.
Yeah.
Dan says 5 or 6 goals wouldn't surprise me. Southampton should never have gone up that year. They fluked it and turned up for the playoffs. They were good enough, though, weren't they? They were good enough. Cov 4-0 and Merry Christmas. Cheer on Cov, says Andrew. Could be worse. Could be a Celtic fan, says Ian Courts. Yes, I'm glad we're not.
That's hilarious. I saw them 1-0 up and then they ended up losing 2-1, didn't they? That's 4 in a row they've lost with the new manager. There's Martin O'Neill rocks up and they start winning 8 out of 9.
Well, yeah, the rumours are that the manager's being looked at being replaced already. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mark Rainbow says we're starting the usual 11. Big game for Rodoni on Saturday. I think this is the game he can hit some form when he'd right to be a burden and cause problems. Well, he has been. He just needs to find the back of the net, doesn't he? Same starting lineup, says Rich T. Those who have recently been out will be a little fitter. Question, Hadji or Sims? Well, I'm sure we can get onto that again. We do talk about it very very often on this show. Robbins was really negative away from home, says Dan. Maybe that's the reason.
I'm not sure that he was.
Anyway. I just hope we don't go gung-ho like we did against Ipswich. Let's sit back a little and hit them on the break like teams have done to us at home. Well, yeah, we don't want to park the bus, do we? We want to play the game, basically.
It's going to be a weird game because Southampton will probably look at some of our recent games and think, I'll tell you what, let's give them the ball because it looks like we can hit them on the break. So it might end up with just a midfield battle on Saturday because no one wants to go forward.
Or just playing hoofball, kicking it to each other all game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Santa Claudio, almost as famous. Sky Blue Samuel, Christmas vibes finally a return. We are top of the league, Super Frankie Christmas. Should we persist with Milan's long throw-in? They're a bit poor and predictable last week. I agree, but the very first one that he did was unbelievable, and then they went downhill. That would have been in front of you, wouldn't it, Vicky, that first one?
I don't remember. Possibly. Sorry. It's a few days ago now, I'm sure.
It was in front of the family zone for sure.
Vicky's been tired since then.
Sorry. There you go. Since Will Still was sacked, Cov 19 points, Saints 18, first and second in the 8 game. There you go. Thank you, Dan. The ref must hate our games. Must have RSI from pointing at the centre circle 13 times. Win sat. We're definitely safe from relegation. Yes, we'll have 50 points if we win. And Sunderland's Dan Neal linked with us again. I'm sceptical on that one because they're losing about 45 players to the African Cup of Nations, so they'll need him to play, won't they?
Yeah, I wouldn't credit any rumour because we know how Doug King operates. So that's as soon as they say Dan Neal for Coventry, I think, well, that's one player not coming then.
Yeah, Hadji to West Ham.
Well, actually, we can talk about that because actually put the third kit up because I've not. We've got on my list of things to talk about. There, our third kit ready for its debut against Southampton. I've seen it on a few people. It looks quite nice actually when you see it close up. And of course, it's got to be worn 6 times. So after this, it'd be 5 times. I've got a feeling it will be on the last game of the season at Watford. They'll wear it there.
Well, it depends. If we start winning in it, they might wear it more than the hot coral because we've already hit 6 hot coral games.
True. But the hot coral does stand out, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they might prefer it. That's all I'm thinking.
It makes, unless they've doctored the picture, but Jay De Silva looks taller.
Doesn't it?
There's something not right there.
Or have they just picked, other than Jamie Allen, the next 2 smallest people that we have on the books?
Yeah. I do feel sorry for Jay and Jamie Allen when they get a tall bald boy or bald girl. You don't know who's walking out.
You. They're walking out with you, Claudia, and they're like that.
I'd love to be a ball boy. That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
I'd do some proper housery if I was a ball boy. It's like, oh, it's your throwing, mate. I'm chucking it in the crowd. You know, only one chance to be a ball boy, but I'll make use of it.
Oh dear. Yeah. So, how do you write Ellis Sims? The rumours that West Ham are after them both, apparently, which is ridiculous, and that apparently Doug King said, was it 120 million? Or if we stay in the Championship, it's 80 million or something. Or if we come up to another 40 million, I don't know.
But that's just crap, isn't it? That's just made up. Doug's not said that.
I just find, I just find it ridiculous. And why would we sell at the end? Whatever people think, Haji Wright's stats is 40 goals in 100 games. That is as good as anybody, if not better than most of the Championship strikers. So whatever we think of the last few games, he's still scored a lot of goals for us. So that's already, you're looking at 25, 30 million plus as far as I'm concerned, because he's the right age and he's now a current international, whatever you think of, USA. It's USA, isn't it? It's still an international. And with Sims, his goal record when he starts is actually pretty good. I think we worked it out, didn't it? Just over 1 in 2 matches he scores in.
Yeah, I've still got the stats. I can find them.
I think this season as well, isn't he at the top of the list for goals per minute or something? I'm sure he's the best.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have shifted slightly, but he was a couple of weeks ago best for goals per minute in the whole league.
Well, to be fair,
like you said, it's just ridiculous.
Well, Vicky, what do you think? We sell both strikers. What are we going to do in the window? Who are we going to bring in the window that's going to get us promoted?
Yeah. There's no chance, is there? It's just ridiculous. There's no way it's top of the table with like genuine ambitions of getting promoted this year that we're going to sell as like effectively top 2 strikers. It's just, I mean, I could understand that West Ham are looking. I don't think that's implausible. I just think it's implausible that we'd actually sell them because we need them. Who are we going to bring in? Whatever the money, in January, nobody's going to be releasing strikers of that quality, whatever money we've got to replace them. And we've already seen from the stats that we've got 2 of the best strikers in this league. So it's just ridiculous. I mean, in the olden days, where we might have been worried, like previous owners, previous league position, because obviously if we're not challenging, then you can see that players might start to try and force that. But why would either they want to leave? They could both be part of a club that gets promoted back to the Premier League, and Doug's not selling. There's just no way. So yeah, I'll be absolutely astounded if anything comes to that in the transfer window.
Yeah, your views, Jack?
Yeah, sorry, I've just been finding the sim stats. This is as of the conclusion of the Charlton game. So 68 starts, 29 goals. That's a goal every 0.43 games, basically. Sorry, other way around. That's 1 goal every other way. Oh.
Yeah, you're right the first time.
Yeah, so every 2.34 games he scores, whereas off the bench it's every 9.6 games or 1 in 10, basically.
But if I'm not sure if he had the minutes from his substitute appearances. You get more than 3 games in there, so he's 10, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. It's from when he starts, his stats are really good.
Yeah,
and he got Haji right, whether he starts or not. He's still got 40 in 100 matches. He's a hot and cold striker, isn't he? He blows. That's the way he blows. Dion Dublin was similar. I can remember Dion going 9 games without scoring a goal. Then he'd get 6 in 4, and then he'd go 3 or 4 no games, and he'd get 5 in 4. It was that kind of a striker.
Pretty much every striker is, aren't there? I bet there's very few that regularly chip in week in, week out. You tend to find lots of them won't go through that. I mean, a couple of seasons ago, Harden started the season really poorly, didn't they? And then all of a sudden he banged in a load and then just took off again. But and we had this time when Vic didn't score in about 15 games or something. All the strikers, it's just, and the trouble is, people get all worked up in that little balance about and forget that it's just like the natural curves of a season, isn't it? But
and of course, it doesn't help that Bamford goes to Sheffield United and scores 2 in his first 2 games.
But
did you see that miss though? That miss,
yeah,
Kate's West Brom. I wasn't miss.
I was also going to say, can I remind you that Victor Gyökeres played 116 games for us and scored 43 goals. So Haji has now got 16 games to get 4 goals to be a better return than Victor Gyökeres, which I actually believe he will achieve this season if he doesn't get injured again. And also, Gyökeres went from about early November through to January without scoring a goal. He broke his goal drought at Southampton in the FA Cup. And then it was another sort of month before he scored again. I think it was Stoke at home. We won 1-0 and he scored a brilliant goal from memory. So he went in the league 3.5 to 4 months without scoring. That must have been, 15 games? And at no point we're going, oh, he's useless, sell him. But we are with Hadji for some reason. I don't get the disparity in we should sell our best striker because he's not scored in 6 games. But when it was Victor Gyökeres, oh, he's brilliant, he'll come good. Why have a different outlook?
And also, some of our fans who just think we can sign anybody, that because we're top of the championship, we can just entice anyone here. It doesn't work that way. It's still going to be hard to recruit in January. I don't think we can afford to lose either striker in January.
No. I think, Jack, in relation to your point, I think a lot of it's down to body language. I think that for whatever reason, fans, well, a section of fans will always warm to the sort of players that are a bit more engaged, and the ones that are a bit more laid back don't get the same. And I think that's the trouble, unfortunately. Both Hadji and Sims were relatively sort of laid back, and obviously Sims is relatively shy as well, and you can see that. And I think, unfortunately, it means that if each week they were fist pumping like Milan and all that sort of business, people wouldn't notice the games when there's little droughts. It's all just to do with body language and perception of players, and unfortunately for some people it matters more than probably stats.
Yeah, probably.
I'll just put his comments up here. Paddy McGregor. I work with Claudio, so I know he likes to handle balls. Steel ones, that is.
I was going to say, who were? That's a different podcast you need to listen to hear about
that. More comments, Jack?
Yeah, Rob says, I can't see Frank going into this game with the same formation he played versus Ipswich. I expect 3 at the back. Well, there you go. Hadji Ellis linked to Hammers. Surely it's nonsense. There are only 2 fit strikers. Exactly. I mean, unless they're going to give us Callum Wilson back, even then, I don't think I'd want an injury-prone 40-year-old. As much as I like Hadji, however, if we get an offer we can't refuse, we would take it and move on. But we'd only take it if it was the right price. We're not just going to let him go for 10, 15 million even. It would have to be more than that. It really would.
You have to factor in how much millions you could be throwing away if you then don't get the promotion, don't you? Like that hit him for being here and us getting promoted, that's worth like multi-million. I mean, just ridiculous money, isn't it? So that's the other factor. It's not just about the offer for him, but
yeah, and the TV deals and the parachute payments, it's all worth it. All worth it.
Yeah.
I'd be a Bobbins ball boy. It would take me ages to get up off those little stools, and I'd have a policy of not running. And they'd always look wet and cold. I just say, get it yourself.
Well, to be honest, the ones who are doing it now are doing that pretty much, aren't they?
Some of them.
I'm talking about the small stalls. You won't know, Jack, although you probably remember. Of course, it's the nativity play season now, isn't it? And we were talking about this at work because a couple of lads have got kids young enough. And I was saying the worst nightmare for parents, those nativity plays, because when I used to go, I used to hate it if one of my kids had a line early on because you have to sit through the rest of it then. You just want to go home and you're sat on the benches you get in the gym, don't you? Those little benches or the little kids seat. And you're like this for 2 hours of the teachers mouthing the lines to the kids. And I just wanted to go home. Yeah. Merry Christmas, bar humbug. It just do me head in.
Nobody's going anywhere, says Realms of Possibility. Oh, Realms of the Possible. I think he's changed his name slightly.
Oh.
Realms of the Possible. Nobody's going anywhere. Let's all calm down. Lampard has said no one is going. Any offer would have to be stupid and we would have to have a replacement lined up to come in. I completely agree. Surely no one's going to West Ham likely to be relegated. Well, somewhat. If West Ham are saying is, 70k a week, you're our star man up front, I wouldn't say no to that.
It hasn't helped because he's changed his agent, but that happens all the time, doesn't it? It's.
David Gayton says, good evening all. Well done with the pods. Really enjoy them. Some very interesting conversations and debates. Some crap as well. Thank you very much, Dave. Keep up the good work. Yes. I'm sure we can all admit we do have some crap conversations, like about nativity plays in a school gym on some miniature benches.
It's all relative. It's current news, that is.
All right. There are several strikers at Prem clubs not getting a minute, but can we match their wages? Are they fit? Are they proven at this level? Can they slot into our system? It's all that. Allen and Bidwell can go. That's about it. Believe it when Doug says no one is going anywhere. Not what Frank is saying. Remember Bamford's situation. Well, we still don't know the full truth in that.
Well, even Doug has said they're looking to build. He knows we're very close. He can see on his face. He knows. You know, he's not daft. This is a top businessman we've got in charge of this club.
Apart from the goals Hadji scores and assists, he's also got 3 players sent off this season. Well, there you go. That's another dynamic that other players may not have in their locker. I hope that in January we don't buy anyone that will upset the deck/group. We seem to have a tight squad at the minute, but I do think we need to add depth. We'll find out. Sims is second on XG per 90 and top with shots and shots on target per 90. Also second for XG plus XA per 90. A, B, C, D needs more minutes for me. There's a lot of letters in there.
That looks like some sort of algebra question, doesn't it? From an exam, that was. But that's a great point. That is a brilliant point. It's true. You know, they're facts.
Sinclair Armstrong at Bristol City fits our business model, but could Lampard turn him into a Prem striker?
See, on the podcast last night I did with Ken Sharp, we were talking about Brentford because he's a season ticket holder there. And he mentioned Brighton about their model. And it is all about the scouting and the data, which is where they are now. They've spent hours, and we mock it. We laugh about it because they're all like touching pads and all the rest of it, and they're running around with gear on that monitors everything. But it's obviously the science must help because these clubs are doing okay. Bournemouth the same. You know, they're looking for players who fit the bill basically, and that's what we're trying to do now. We're so far ahead of where we probably should be at this minute. I think we're actually a season ahead of where we should be because of what happened last. You know, I don't know what's happened in the summer, but it's like they've been injected with bionic fluid or something. And it's incredible the way we've reacted this season with the fitness. Injuries are injuries. You can't help that. But we do look a lot fitter. We started a lot fitter this season. And, you know, maybe Dr. Claire, I know we all had a bit of laugh about it at the start, but, you know, she's a top doctor in the field in her field, you know, so.
But it's 9 months of familiarity with Frank Lampard and the coaches. Then it's a full pre-season with that group of players and that group of coaches with barely any incomings in the summer. So everyone's had a full year together up until the start of the season, basically, or almost. So it's perfect. Yeah. It's just a perfect situation, and we're reaping the rewards for it at the moment. So,
and the one thing Frank said about work, it's the key, isn't it, to the whole thing? Surely.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've spoken in previous shows, haven't we, about that level that he's sort of basically said to them, look, if you want success, this is what the work you've got to put in each week. Like all the fancy stuff is nice, but it's the level of work you put in, and the fact that they're turning in those sorts of performances and just finding a way to get the job done is a different, isn't it?
Definitely. Keep going with the comments, Jack.
Yep. Like Vicky said, we have to enjoy these moments of being top of the league, and we have to believe we can do it. I put money on the Sky Blues at the start of the season. I believe. PUSB. I believe as well, Mark. Victor wasn't a lazy player. Well, yeah, that's exactly what Vicky said. Dan says, I think 7 first-team players are down to 12 months in the summer. Is that a concern? Doug said to us last week, don't worry about contract renegotiations. Don't worry about what he's got planned for transfers. And, you know, players aren't just going to sign a contract willy-nilly now with the opportunity of Premier League football because they'll want another naught on their contract, won't they? Some of them. Yeah. Some of them will want doubles. So it will happen whether we go up or down. Contracts will be renewed when the time is right, I'm sure.
Well, if we go up, they'll all be renewed because it'll be in the contract. That they get.
Well, yeah, another year probably.
I think, who was it I spoke to where when they went up, they doubled, but then if they got relegated, it went down by 25% or something. That's the sort of thing that happens.
You're still net gain, aren't you, at that point?
Yeah, but yeah, that's yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Ralph says, I was disappointed that Hadji started ahead of Ellis, and I think it cost us. But last week against Bristol, Hadji played really well, but his finishing was well off target. He should start scoring on Saturday. Hope so. Keno says, Vicky's spot on regarding Hadji's demeanour. He can't act like a Jamie Allen, just not him. Short bursts of energy and strength does him. Dawn says, the little ball boy in front of me is brilliant. Him and Milan have an understanding as he dries it for him and gets him the fresh ball too. Maybe it's just the one ball boy that's clued up.
Oh, do we need to get the player up? Because
we will. I'm nearly at the comments.
Oh.
I changed my name a while ago. You just didn't notice, lol. Well, Claudio's normally on comment, so blame him. Don't forget that those tiny seats they have in primary schools is just the teachers getting their own back on the parents. It's a conspiracy. I'm sure we have scouts watching another Van Ivak or Torp in Europe. I'm confident we unearth a couple of diamonds in January. Always on the Ken bandwagon, he reckons too. I think Bristol City can beat Middlesbrough on Saturday and do us a favour. We'll come on to that shortly. We've got a little segment on that. The Brighton-Brentford model is Doug's preferred option. I agree. Keep the faith. Frank Lampard and co. and Doug King got us here so far. Put them in whatever order you want. What are your thoughts on Dean Austin? Well, we can talk about that shortly as well. I'll star that. We'll talk about that. And if we sign anyone in January, they need to be proven. Can't afford to sign young prospects. We need proven strength to push on. Absolutely, we do. Right, I'm mostly caught up on the comments other than a couple coming in. So have a go. Win a mug. Guess who these two mugs are, and you get a mug yourself. Vicky's noting it down, so go and spam in the comments so she has to write your name down more times. You might have a higher chance of winning. And there you go, Dawn. If you're not watching now, it's tough. Right. What's next on the agenda then, Claudio?
Well, we've had the FA Cup draw, and it's something we spoke about, and they've announced the tickets. Firstly, is it £13 for adults?
15, I think, including the
15
£1 booking fee, something like that.
And the kids for £1, is that just for Stoke fans and not ours? Or is that
Are you allowed to charge home and away differently in the FA Cup?
I don't know.
It's in the same stand. If they're in the same stand, it has to be the same price. So it depends how they're set up there.
Well, we're in the corner, so it depends if they've got a family zone up behind the opposite goal, maybe.
Yeah. It's interesting because that meeting we went to, they spoke about ticketing for next season, and they're looking to go to this e-ticketing. And it's just a bit weird, isn't it? The first chance they get to use it, they're doing it at Stoke City. So I presume then you get an email, or is it going straight to your phone? How are they doing it? Any ideas? Because I presume it's...
Well, I don't work for Ticketmaster, so I'm not sure.
but on my head, e-ticket means it's just an email.
Yeah.
Well, see, normally with Ticketmaster, if you buy like tickets for like a concert, you have to have the app, and then it's on the app, isn't it? Like as a ticket. But that's for like concerts and things. I don't know what they'll do for a football match
Because I know we've been told that if you're going with the supporters club, you need you need a valid email address, because I think that's where it's going. So if you are going to Stoke, make sure your details are up to date, because I think that's what you'll be getting, an email and print your ticket by the sounds of things. Or you can obviously you can use your phone, can't you? Because it'll have some sort of code on it.
Stick it in your Apple wallet.
But going forward, I think that's what's going to happen. And if we do go up, it will probably happen at most grounds. You'll be getting a ticket on your phone, which means it's going to be jolly hard to try and give it to somebody else. I know with UEFA, jolly hard, yes. I know with FIFA and UEFA.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. You have an app on the phone. Made me laugh then. You have an app on your phone, and the ticket comes live. I was going to watch Italy Argentina, and my mate saw me the ticket, but he couldn't give it to me until something like 36 hours before, probably even less, because he hadn't got the ticket yet. So the idea is it prevents touting, basically, is what they're trying to do. But no doubt some clever, bright spark will get round it somehow. But I can imagine the confusion. And also, how's it work? 'Cause not everybody has phones that are great and up to date. So it'd be interesting. Yes. Right then.
We'll find out, won't we?
We will. We will indeed.
But will you actually, Claudio? Because you're allowed to go to that one. So are you going to be joining us? Or because it's Saturday at 3 o'clock, are you not able?
I could make it, but I might do it on my own because I'm done by 12. So Stoke's only an hour and a half at max. So I'll get there in plenty of time. I can't imagine parking's going to be a big deal because I bet there'll only be about 11,000 there. They can't fill the ground when they're doing well at the start of the season, can they?
There was plenty of car parking when we went a few weeks ago. Even where the coach parked, we got there about an hour before the game, I think, maybe just around team news time, and there was a whole half of a car park empty. So
yeah, I'm a bit surprised actually. Some of the teams who are at the top where they've not filled the grounds. It's like Middlesbrough have been doing quite well the last few seasons anyway, and they still don't pack it out, do they? Surprising. But of course, we are leading the way in attendances, aren't we? We're top of the attendances as well as the league. Is there anything we're not top of at the minute, Jack?
Well, we're top on everyone's hit list as well.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
But are we top of Santa's list? That's what I want to know. So, any more comments?
All we want for Christmas is to beat Swansea at home for the first time in 44 years. Oh dear. Right, Jan window is going to be interesting. Do we sign players to get us over the line, or do we look to bring in players who can play at a higher level? Right, and Sim's going nowhere, says Gibbo. Signing Rushworth on a permanent deal should be the main priority. Yes, we have Dovin and Ben, but will Dovin be confident after his injury? We've been there before with many who have the same injury. What I will say on that one, and this is obviously just my opinion, I don't think any deal will even be possible in January. The rumours have come out in the last week or so where there is no recall option in Brighton's contract. Therefore, it means we can't sign him permanently. Even if we do, it would have to be a pre-agreement like Liverpool did with Naby Keita, I think it was, where they signed him a year in advance and paid it a year in advance. But that would come with an extra cost, an extra premium. So at that point, the deal is almost impossible. We're not going to buy a keeper to not have him for, well, obviously we've got him on loan, but we're not going to buy him for it not to matter until the summer. Brighton aren't going to sell either. And like I say, there's no recall. So that just rules that out. In my opinion, of course. Lots of guesses. Oh, Vicky, are you paying attention to lots of these guesses?
I'm getting a repetitive strain injury from all the writing.
Mark says, from the price of football, the owner of Brighton's data company are working with Hearts. I don't think it's any coincidence they're destroying Rangers and Celtic this season. Is that from Hearts' really good ability, or is that from Rangers and Celtic just completely capitulating?
Well, no, I think it's just good recruitment as well. Yeah, it must be. It's no coincidence, is it?
There you go. A few comments coming in. You get an email and upload it to Google Pay or Apple Pay. Very easy, says Leon Was. Wayne says they're doing e-tickets already. I've got one for Ipswich game from Ticketmaster. Dan says only Stoke have announced prices for their fans. Cov haven't said anything. Again, I think the prices have to be the same. With an FA Cup bout, you get X amount of the gate, whether it's full, whether you're home or away, you get full house, whatever. We get a percentage of it. So I think it has to be the same even then. Dan says, you're half my age, Jack. Which away game in the Premier looking forward to the most next season?
Good question.
I've got 14 grounds to do, and I've never done Villa Park. And everyone always says, I've never seen us play Villa even once. And you always hear people, I want Villa in the FA Cup. So on that basis alone, I have to look forward to Villa Park, don't I? It's as easy as that. It's not Turf Moor, I can tell you that for free.
Claudia, were you there when we won 4-1 at, or was it 4-2? Were you there when we won at Villa Park away in the league?
Yeah. Those are the days when people used to celebrate. The way Dion Dublin celebrated that penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he...
You can see me, when Boateng celebrates one of the goals, you can see me in the background celebrating.
Can you? That was a great day.
Claudia was probably there when Villa Park was built, weren't you?
Yeah, I laid the first brick.
Andrew Bowen says, my wife and I take turns taking our lad to watch the Cov. There are many families that do the same. Let's hope they don't restrict that, or the kids will miss out when one adult has to work. That is a dynamic I've never considered. Wow. Okay.
Well, this is the problem. Well, this is the problem you got with the point system as well, because you have got disparages in the quantity of points. So if you've got a couple have been going regular and then they think their child is old enough to go, well, there's going to be away games they can't go because they can't take the child with them. So and yet they could go. So it's a bit awkward when you got young families. You know, it's to try and balance it all up. So yeah, I don't know how they're going to address that, if they even will, to be honest.
I still think that they should hold back like a 5% sort of ballot type situation, and then just let people apply for them. So you get your points. So the people who have got like the high points, who are going week in week out, are guaranteed their tickets. And then they do like a 5% of the tickets, and anyone can apply for those, and it gives people the chance to go with regardless of what points they've got. So if they've got like work commitments to stop and building up points, or young families, all those sorts of things, or they live outside, so someone like Ian that lives in France, or like people who live abroad, and they've all got a chance. They can just apply for a game that they know they can make, and everyone's got a chance then, haven't they? Something like that. It's just a way around it.
Any more comments?
Doug Bolam says, it comes through by email. You can download them to your wallet if you wish, or in Claudio's case, you can store them in your satchel. Craig says, we're not top of goals scored anymore, Claudio. We absolutely are, Craig. In the Championship anyway. We have scored 52. I've just looked at this. The next highest is 36 by Hull City. Ironic, we drew 0-0 with them, and we're the two top goal scorers. Fans are struggling for money, Claudio. High inflation and bills. King Carlos says, do you know if Rushworth has extended his loan to the end of the season? Yes, he's in to the end of the season anyway. And RE ticket sharing, if it's a family, they just need to take that phone on the day. Yeah, but still a bit odd, isn't it, for a few hours taking your wife's phone? Especially if they're at work.
Well, no, when we did it, was it the start of the season? Was it the friendly? They did it for an experiment because of the turnstiles.
Yeah.
There's a guy in front of me. It was like the smallest queue. Yeah, he had about 5 people with him, but everybody's ticket was on his phone.
Yeah.
And he was having to keep passing his phone back. I thought, oh, that's no good, is it? That's not going to quicken.
Well, that's another one. It's a family with kids, that kids don't have smartphones yet because they're not old enough.
Yeah. Right.
A free pie or a free pint from Doug as a Crimbo present on Boxing Day, plus 3 points. That would be good. We're basically there with the comments at the moment. We're doing all right today, keeping on top. So, shall we talk about the next 5 fixtures?
Yes, we're going to credit somebody for this, haven't we?
Yes, we will credit. Hopefully, this doesn't count as thievery. This is we're accrediting you. So, Buswell, AW Buswell on Twitter, makes some great graphics. Go and give him a follow. I don't know if he watches the show, but he does some great graphics. Some stuff similar to me as well, actually, but he puts the tweets out before we go live sometimes, so I don't copy him, I promise.
Can you get rid of the comments from the corner? Because I can't.
Yes, yeah.
Cheers.
He's come up with this graphic. So the next 5 match days and the top 6, is it? Or 7? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can't count 7. And who we're all playing. So firstly, the question goes, how do you think we will do over the next 5 games? And then from that, do you still think we will be top? Or do you think other teams will close the gap, fall away? And Borough still going to be second? Are Ipswich still going to be 5th? Are Stoke going to fall away? Are Hull going to fall away? What do we all think about the points?
What's interesting is I didn't realise how far Stoke had fallen behind us all of a sudden.
Yeah.
They've dropped big time. I think, right, Southampton away, Swansea home, Ipswich home. I'm going for, let's work this out here, 1-4, 1-5. I'm getting 10 points out of that lot.
I reckon, yeah, we've got to be targeting 11 for me.
I reckon 13.
Oh, good.
Ooh. So who are we dropping points against then, Vicky? So you reckon 4 wins and a draw?
Yeah. I think we'll draw on Saturday and then we'll go 4 wins into the new year.
I think a draw against Southampton, a draw against Ipswich are both decent results. Southampton are better because obviously it's away.
Yeah.
But then we should be looking at beating Swansea at home, beating Charlton away. They've had a big fall off Charlton recently. So I think they're being found out. They had a good start, but they're being found out. And Birmingham away, nobody wants to even think about the possibility of not winning there. We got pumped last time we went there 3-0, and I hope we do them back. I really do.
Yeah.
So I reckon 11. So where are your 10 coming from, Claudio?
Well, I think there's going to be 3 wins, a draw and a loss in that lot. Where the loss is, I'm not sure, but I still think Southampton's tricky Saturday, and I think Blues away is tricky as well. And I mean, I can see us losing at home to Ipswich but beating Birmingham away. So, you know, it's. I think there's a loss in that 5 and 3 wins and a draw.
If we get 10 then, on your metric, we are still top after match day 26. Because even if Borough win 5 out of 5, our goal difference is superior, far superior.
Yeah, I mean, so look at Borough. They've got. Oh, I reckon they'll probably only get 10 points as well. Looking at that.
Well, Bristol's no easy fixture, as we found out, especially away. Hull are in the battle. Southampton are obviously a team we're playing, and they've picked up recently. Preston have then got Stoke who are in the battle, Bristol who are in the battle. Millwall have got Ipswich and Bristol and Southampton. So Ipswich have got Millwall, us. You know, no one's got easy fixtures in the next 5. We've all got teams in and around us.
I think Ipswich will pick up points. I can see the parts. Minimum, they'll get 12 points there. Minimum.
I think they'll get 13 points there.
Yeah, so I think they're the ones who are making a little bit of ground up. Hull City, I mean, they could lose all those games. They could win all those games with Hull City. You never know that lot at the minute. But they'll struggle at Borough. They'll struggle. Oh, see, the way. See, the trouble is, it's almost like Sheffield United. If you don't beat them at the minute, you know what I mean? It's almost like a 3-pointer, isn't it, straight away for you?
The last 6, Sheffield United have won 4, drawn 1, lost 1. So actually,
really?
Yeah.
Wednesday. Is that Wednesday? Sheffield Wednesday.
No, United. Oh, Wednesday. Oh, yeah, they're crap.
Yes, that's what I mean.
You said United, Claudio. You confused Jack.
Yeah,
I definitely said United.
He did.
Sorry, Wednesday. Sorry. So for me, looking at those fixtures, the favourable ones. If I could swap our fixtures for Stoke's fixtures, I'd have been happier. If I'm honest.
Really?
Well, I think I agree with you on the basis that Norwich are poor at home. We should be winning the 2 home games. Watford are bang average at home. And then Hull becomes the hardest game. But our record at Carrow Road is abysmal.
True.
Our record against Preston is abysmal. and Hull away is not an easy place to go when they're sat 6th. So actually, I think there's 3 really challenging games in the Stoke fixtures. I think there's 2 really challenging games in ours, and then Birmingham, which is obviously a challenge. But if we even want to think about promotion, they're 13th. They're in the bottom half of the table. And it's a home ground for us, isn't it? It's one of our 6 home grounds. So we should.
The Birmingham fan that I work with, she said that they're really starting to drop away now. She's actually talking about whether the Americans will like pull the plug on Chris Davis, because they've basically set out a stall that it's 6 and above and nothing else is good enough, and they're nowhere near that at the moment. So yeah, she was saying that. I mean, she said as a Birmingham fan, realistically, she did want the top half of the table, but she thinks the Americans are pushing for more. And at the minute, it's looking like they're dropping away a bit. So I guess that's a factor, because if they do something and they sack him, that might be just as we're about to play them. So there's all sorts of dynamics like that going on as well, isn't there?
Yeah, I think the only club might come sort of gain something on us will be Ipswich over those fixtures. That's my opinion. I don't think the others. I mean, we're looking at it, weren't we, beforehand, and the points per game and all that. If we just do what we're doing away from home, it'll be enough to get us promoted. In fact, it's just if we just have an above average season now, we'll probably get promoted. I don't think 90. Well, we might end up getting loads of points, but I don't think we'll need two teams in the 90s to get promoted this season. And I think the playoffs won't. You may end up with somebody eventually breaking clear into third. But I think, is it 68 points or 69 points we got last season?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if whoever finishes fourth is on 69 points. It's not like where Sunderland were in the 70s, weren't they? I think it's people say, oh, it's the worst championship ever. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If we get promoted, teams coming down might end up making it the best championship ever with some of the clubs coming down. So I want to get out this season. I think we'll be fine. And I reckon even if we get 10 points over the Christmas period, that's still great for me. Yeah. We need at least 3 wins in there, don't we? Basically.
Yeah.
You know,
three wins, a draw, and a loss. Yeah, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in any batch of 5 games gets you to 91 points at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And so 10 points is perfectly fine.
And to be honest, if the 3 wins are against Blues, Ipswich and Southampton, happy days. Because that's better, isn't it, than the other way around? I think if you beat, I think we can do it. What? Any comments? Anybody coming up with anything?
Yeah, we've got a few. So Craig Robinson said he was on about top goal scorer in the championship, as in player, not team. So Armstrong is obviously taking that over. Jim Smith says, "Holy XL, Batman." Shouldn't be. We live in a thrustless world. I always delight in humans having ways of getting around things. I can't remember what that's in relation to.
I think that might be to do with tickets and like trying to avoid scammer people, and there'll still be a way to get around it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for next season. We don't have to have fans moaning about the £45 tickets, but once Leicester shut up about it, when we beat them, that's it. No one else has got £45 tickets. So,
well, it's interesting that we've got a ticket exchange for Swansea because we've sold out the home tickets.
Andrew Bowen says we'll win the next 2, draw with Ipswich, beat Charlton, but lose at Birmingham. That'll be unpopular. Wayne, 13 points.
Yay.
The chart's a bit bold with too much font, too much colour, and the font's too big. If things stay as they are this season, those teams from Preston, Stoke will just keep swapping places. Borough will overtake us by match day 25, says Salop. Frank Wood says, I'm going 15 points. Why not? Why not indeed? We've shown that we can do it. 1981 was our last home win. Yeah, 44 years. Is crazy. Borough have the same fixtures as us, away, home, home, away, away. They have some tough games too. I reckon we can cancel each other out. So we could still be 5 points clear if that's what you're insinuating. Dan says 6 points. It's a lot of games with a small squad. That's quite pessimistic, Dan. So is that 1 win, 3 draws and a loss, or is that 2 wins and 3 losses? And he says Saints will finish in the top 6. If we draw all 5 games, and if Preston and Millwall win all 5, we're still second. That's how far clear we are of them. Brilliant. More guesses.
We don't really draw games, though, do we?
If we get 9 points, we would have done well with the depth. Yeah, 3 wins, 2 losses would be fine. Webby and Sunny Tenerife just met 2 fans in my manor. Excellent. Get them watching the show, Webby. Do you think Millwall have just got the new manager bounce? It will eventually come to an end. Well, every run comes to an end, doesn't it? So, yes, simply. But when is another case.
So who they got? Bristol City. I think they'll lose at Bristol. I think they will.
Is it home or away? Is it home or away? Are they away at Bristol?
It's at Bristol. Yeah. Well, they're Bristol.
Yeah,
Bristol have had 2 wins, 3 losses, and a draw in their last 6. So
yeah, it don't matter. I think Bristol at home different. They're decent.
Well, let's have a look, shall we? Where are Bristol? 15th, 4 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses. They're bang average at home. Don't listen to Claudio. They're bang average.
Bloody stats.
No shit, the messenger. The CBS is our fortress. I can't see us losing a home this season. We have majority of home games in December.
What's Middlesbrough away form like?
I've just put it away. They're second away from home. 5 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses.
Oh, they're second. Oh, right, okay.
Well, they're second in both home and away, aren't they?
Yeah, looking at that, we should be both going up, really.
Yeah, should. Keyword.
I think it's going to get. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but I think in a few weeks we'll start to see some Borough edging away, and then we'll be fighting out for first and second, and then the rest can just fight out for playoffs.
7K at Ewood Park. That's the promotion party game. Hopefully, that's in April as well. We'll take a point now on Saturday. Don't think we've won yet since Southampton moved to St Mary's. Last away win was against them at the Dell in the season we got relegated. That is correct. I have been looking at that, actually. Yeah, the home and away. Oh, sorry, the stats against them. It's 49 wins, 49 losses, and 46 draws ever in all competitions between us and Southampton. But we've only won 2 of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games against them, and they were both at home, but both in the Championship.
Yeah, and it's not been a level playing field for quite a few years either, has it? Let's face it. Even like with Swansea, we hardly played them. I know we've played them more in recent years than we did for years and years because they weren't even nowhere near us league-wise. So they're a bit skew-whiff sometimes, the stats, aren't they, when it comes down to games won and lost, basically.
There you go. Borough have a terrible record at Bristol. Well, now you've put the mockers on it, haven't you? Borough, as well as they're playing, they're going to have a drop-off sooner or later. Can't keep that form up for another 25 games, as we all know. But there you go. We're up to date with the comments. And I think we're going to see some parachute teams coming on really strong now. Yeah, you will.
It's interesting because when I watch the EFL highlights, it is. I mean, it's the whole cliche. It's about taking your chances because even our game, we could have ended up losing it on Saturday with the chances we gave up. Middlesbrough were similar, and in the end, we just had enough to do it. But there's a lot of that. I mean, Southampton should have won at Norwich. They absolutely outplayed them and ended up losing. And that was a handball goal, wasn't it? So they got away with one there, Norwich. So it's such a tight division, really, even though we're running away with it at the minute. Yeah, it'd be interesting. So, should we go to predictions for Saturday?
Oh yeah, I'll we'll find out what Miles and Ken are doing. Obviously, I don't know. I kept thinking a 1-1 draw would be good. We want to score. I mean, we'd love to keep a clean sheet, but the form they're in at home with Adam Armstrong as well, I think they'll score, but I think we will. So it depends who's got the edge. I'm going to say 1-1. I don't think we'll quite have enough to beat them, but I think we'll do enough to keep them from winning. And I would be happy, as of right now, I would be happy with a point at St Mary's.
Vicky?
Well, I just said it was going to be a draw when I calculated my points, but I'm actually going 3-2 to Cov. So,
There you go.
No, so I was going to go 1-1, Jack. But I need to recoup points. So I'm going for 2-2.
Ooh, Desmond. And just to remind you all, I'm currently leading. I was talking
I
to
think
my
I've
friend about
predicted a
this.
victory every week, haven't I? I think I'm never going to get this because I can't predict anything other than a victory.
Yeah, you and Ken have predicted a win every single week. So I was looking at this, right? There've been 21 matches played. There's 5 of us. That means we've had 105 prediction attempts between us. We've only got the score correct 3 times in 105 attempts. That's abysmal. And that third, the one that I've got correct was only Bristol this weekend just gone. So it's abysmal. It really is that we're quite good at getting the results, but not the score.
Can I just put this up here? Actually, this one here. I'll let you read it out.
I was at the Dell when we drew 5-5, and the Saints had 5 ex-England captains playing for them, and Keegan dived to get them a penalty to equalise.
Yeah, that was the game where I rode down on my Vespa, and I told my dad that I was just staying at my mate's house because I think it was on a Tuesday or Monday night, and before sat navs, so I'd had to write down the directions on the front of the Vespa. So I was riding down. I didn't realise how much fuel I ended up using. Didn't know where I was going. I had to find a B&B because there's no way I was going to get back on that night. And I don't actually think my parents had realised we'd been missing for 2 days. Because we lived in the pub, a lot of the time we used to be in and out all the time. So it wasn't unusual not for me to bump into them for a couple of days. Shit's passing in the night. But that was incredible. And it was a 5-5 draw. Mark Haitley got a hat-trick. Two hat-tricks on the night, yeah. And then I think it was the following year, we lost, the following year or 2 years later, we lost 8-2 there, I think it was, or 8-3, something like that. Lloyd McGrath making his debut, Vicky, as a centre-half, which is ridiculous. He played at Chelsea away as a centre-half. He's not a centre-half. We lost 6-2 or 6-1. Yeah, he had a bit of a mare. Sorry, right, carry on. Anyway, reminiscing. And I was 18 at the time. So
just in this from Cliche Man, here's the table at the halfway point. I've only got 4 points. I'm a little bit disappointed in that because I do it on purpose sometimes. Just throw them out there.
I know my red card was on purpose.
Yeah, Vicky's had 3 points, including 2 for a straight red. Ken's got 2. Miles and Claudio got 0. Lowest points.
I can't believe that's right. Claudio's always using cliches. That's not right.
No. I'm very careful.
And Covandy says, "What Vespa was it, Claudio? I love my scooters."
It was a PXE 150. Bright. It was canary yellow, bright yellow, and I painted the side panels with the dancing zebra from Juventus. So it looked really cool. I did it myself. It looked really good. Came off it within the first 5 days of having it. Yeah, those are the days, 1982, 83, whenever it was.
My missus drives a Lambretta, so...
They're great. Yeah.
Not bad. Cost me an arm and a leg to buy it, but, you know.
So it cost,
there's loads of score predictions coming in from everyone. There's a couple of people on about the 8-2 as well.
Yeah, I think I paid 900 quid for mine back in... I think it was 83 I bought it. It's a Y-Red, so it was 83.
So what's that these days? 1.3 million?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Have you got photos, Claudio?
I've got one. I'll have to dig it out. You didn't bother taking photos in those days, did you? You know, just...
Or if you did, you didn't bother to get them developed because it was all hassle, wasn't it?
It's... And you know what? I parted up in no fear of it being nicked. My only fear was trying to find somewhere to put my head down for the night. So, yeah, I had the same experience, Millwall away. I don't know why I thought I could do that on the Vespa. I mean, it's ridiculous, really. Got to the Isle of Dogs. I didn't know where I was going because I got no way of finding out, and I couldn't really ask anybody. Yeah, so that was interesting. Stayed in a B&B, that one as well, and there's a news item, and it was all about some people getting attacked on the underground and been happening regular in South London. And I'm just sitting there with this guy watching the telly in this rather scruffy B&B. He goes, "Oh, well, it won't happen tonight, will it?" I said, "Oh, why is that?" He says, "Because I'm here." I thought, so I went to bed that night and I put the chair up against the door. I thought, I'm staying in B&B with some nutter.
James Hollyoaks asked you if that was 1883, Claudio.
Yeah, on a penny farthing to Southampton. Yeah.
Excellent.
Or to watch us lose. Brilliant. So, Vicky, you've gone for what did Vicky go for? A 3-2? 3-2. You've gone for 1-1. I've gone for 2-2. We'll find out what Ken and Miles have said. I suppose we should do the competition, shouldn't we?
Yes, yeah. So you've all had your chances of guessing these two players. Vicky, have you got to spin the wheel going?
Well, I just was typing up while you were chatting. I didn't realise that you were going to send this spring it on me so quickly. Just chat amongst yourselves for a minute while I quickly finish it off.
Right. Okay. Well, last chances. You got 30 seconds to get your guesses in if you've not guessed already. Here we go. Cliche man. Claudio is quite devious. He starts with, "I know it's a cliche, but I won't be falling for that in the new year." There you go, Claudio. You've got to up your game.
There's always ways around it. There's always ways around it.
Well, he'll be after you. He'll be after you. I'm trying to think. Have we got anything else to? Let's go through some of this. So, your Christmas period shows. Oh, I need to get rid of the comment.
What's that say? Sorry.
How do I get to the comment? Oh, they're talking to each other in the comments.
Right.
So I know we're a couple of shows into this now, but we're doing Sunday the 21st. There will be no show on Christmas Day. I'm so sorry that you can't tuck into your turkey dinner and listen to me and Claudio chat bollocks about riding bikes and school pews and school chairs and all that. But we're back on Sunday the 28th, Friday the 2nd of Jan as well. And then Sunday the 4th, after the Birmingham away game, that will be the return of our normal Thursday shows. And our after shows, we've obviously got Southampton coming up at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Claudio, live and direct, ready to go head to head with all the other competition to talk about the game. Boxing Day, there is again no show. We're all a bit busy with other commitments, so apologies that you can't listen to us. But I'm sure you'll have other family commitments of your own as well. We're back for the Ipswich game at the slightly earlier time of 9:30, just because the game's 6 p.m. kickoff. We'll be finished at 8. We think we'll all be home, or a couple of us will be home by 9:30 to get the show going. And then Claudio, again, will be going live at 6 p.m. on New Year's Day, following the Charlton game. We, of course, won't have a live after show from the Birmingham game on the Sunday because we've got our usual Sunday evening show. So tune in, don't miss out on that. And then it should all be back to normal after that Sunday, hopefully. If you need coach travel, don't forget, use ccfctravel.co.uk. They're going to every away game this season. I even think they're doing Stoke for the FA Cup game. Can you confirm that, Claudio?
Yeah, they do every game.
Yeah, there you go. So if you need any travel to your away games, go there. Head over to their website. Or for home parking, you can use coventryparking.co.uk. Go and park near to the ground. Hopefully, don't know what I was going to say there. Hopefully, just hopefully. If you need any parking, head over there. I suppose we better advertise this for Miles. He's down the Old Shepherd on Saturday night after the Southampton game. He's not going to be there because he's got this Christmas 80s disco. And of course, we have got 100 Miles Hope for Alyssa, the two lads running from Millwall to the CBS in January, all to raise money for charity. So I don't know where you can donate to them. Does it say?
Yeah, we'll do that nearer the time.
We'll confirm that nearer the time. But yeah, that's going on as well. Right, anything else to add, Claudio?
Yeah, just do. There's a few more comments there. and then we'll do the competition.
Right, where are we looking? Yeah, saw that one. Andrew Gray says, in the Premier League relegation season, we still managed to win at the Dell twice. Once in the league, once in the League Cup. Went to both. Did used to love the atmosphere in the Dell. There you go. Who's going to Southampton will meet up for a beer? I will be there. I think and Ken's going to be there as well. So just the two of us 5 this week. Birmingham games on ITV. Is it really?
Yeah.
As in our Birmingham game.
Yeah, and Sky and ITV.
Wow.
ITV have been in those sort of local derby things, haven't they? They did like the two Sheffield
right.
clubs, and yeah, they've got that going on this season for some reason.
Oh, is that why it's Sunday, not Saturday 3?
I assumed all the fixtures were on the Sunday. Is that not right? I don't know.
No idea. Do you remember Big Ron's Keegan-style meltdown at the Dell? He kicked off at Keys and Gray.
Yeah, because we lost 1-0 and their goalkeeper got man of the match, and they were basically trying to get Ron to bite about the performance, and he sort of went mad and threw his headphones off and kind of apologised because it hit somebody he didn't mean to. He basically says, tell me who got man of the match then? Who got man of the match?
Yeah, there you go. Who was man of the match? The Santa keeper. He said, thank you.
Yeah.
And Dan says he's having pizza on Christmas Day. Well, lucky you, Dan. Oh. I'm going traditional.
Yeah, we are this year, but I think last year I did lasagna.
What do you eat in Italy? Is it
food
roast like we have? Or?
No, they don't do roasts. That's just an English British thing, isn't it?
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's no, they don't. No, nothing like that. It's pasta and meat, but it's it's not. Yeah, we don't do roast dinners.
Covered it, or smother it in cheese as well. It's always good.
Yeah, anything with cheese on it, can't beat it.
Right, we'll do the spin the wheel in a sec. Then your competition. I think everybody that entered got it right. No surprises there. Your answers, of course, are Liam Kitchen and Jay De Silva. No, I'm joking. It's Bobby Thomas and Jake Bidwell. So well done to everyone who entered and also got it right. Vicky, have you got a spin the wheel going?
I have.
How many winners were there this week?
30 something. 32.
Wow.
Right, are we ready?
Who's winning a Sky Blue Fans TV mug this week?
Or a date with Ken. Neil said that if he wins, he wants the date with Ken.
Oh, there you go then. Not Neil.
It was Liam was.
Liam was.
Excellent. Right, Liam, get us an email over, info@Sky Blue Fans TV. It's going over at the bottom of the screen there. And we'll get Ken to come round. Maybe you'll get a date with Ken and a mug. If you live in the local area, he delivers it to you personally. So could be on for a win-win there, Liam.
Right then. Well, I think that's it for an evening. We can turn in now and go and relax. I've got to sort out these. I've got 100. Look at my box there.
Where have you gone?
I'm in.
Oh, your stickers.
I've got.
Got any swaps? Got any swaps?
Have I got any swaps? Look at this lot here. Look at it. There's 100 swaps there, but Will's got first shout. Miles lad. That's what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, so we got Saints. Mick Kelly's still waiting for. Well, they basically have just arrived.
Well, made last week, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you send your details again, Mick, just in case you've missed it. But I don't think we have. We did write down.
No, I'm sure he was on the list. I put a list together to help Ken out, and I'm sure that Mick was on there. Okay. But we just didn't have any. Yeah.
Brilliant. So we're off to Southampton on Saturday morning to play the lunchtime kickoff. I think it's going to be a decent day out for everybody who's going down there, for the girls and boys. I'm looking forward to getting something out of it. And so I'll be back on Saturday around about 3 o'clock to discuss what's happened at the Dell, St Mary's. Sort of the old times, isn't it? I can't get out of the habit of it. Thank you, Vicky, for your help and your fantastic opinions. And cheers, Jack.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Play up Sky Blues, and we'll be back Saturday, and hopefully we'll all be smiling because we've had another great away day. Play up Sky Blues.
Play up.
Sky Blue Fans TV, for the fans, by the fans.